More and more, there's an emphasis in university life on the question of plagiarism, what we're going to do about it, what it constitutes, the rules and regulations. For you, though, is there a wider ethical perspective that we should be looking at?
I think that's the answer, really. I think if you're not careful, a rule compliance approach only leads to a kind of technological arms race. So you get students saying, well, I'm going to use Wikipedia, you're going to use Turnitin, well, OK, I'm going to use an essay mill site. Oh, now what am I going to do? So I think at the end of the day, that doesn't really get us anywhere other than working very hard to find people out. And I think it's much more important to develop a culture where it's just not acceptable for that to happen, so that you actually encourage students and enculture students into a way of thinking it's not okay to do that, it's not honest.
And I suppose our intention would be to, as you say, enculturate students to be as ethical as possible even when we're not looking.
Absolutely, because at the end of the day we want ethical business people, architects, scientists, financial advisors. We want people to be ethical when no one's looking. And so if people are used to trying to get away with things or not being caught out, and we are also taking that approach, I don't think that's helpful.
So that raises what we might call the $64,000 question, doesn't it? How do we enculturate, as you say, an atmosphere with students from the beginning where ethical practice is what they want to do?
I think that's exactly it. We need to make students want to behave ethically, and I think the way of doing that is to involve students in the conversation from the beginning.
For example, do you mean talking more broadly in the earlier days of their career about what constitutes fair play, cheating, what's collaborating, what's cooperating, what's stealing, and actually look at these wider ethical questions with them?
Unpack it, look at why people behave in particular ways and how to make different decisions, really, how to make ethical decisions right from the start.
And actually, I always feel quite a difficult context for them. I'm looking back to when I was a young student. It actually was a much more complicated matter to actually achieve plagiarism than it is today, and also the massive information, I think, does cause confusion simply by its quantity. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely, and I think we've got choices like never before. Students have got choices like never before, and we have to help them navigate the information and make good choices about how they use it.